Hi everyone, my name is Elijah. I'm with Team Omega, and today I'm going to teach you arguably the most important trick that a beginner needs to learn, called the trapeze. And I'm also going to show you how to do a bind from it, which looks like that. Now this trick, it's the building block to a lot of tricks, like Yuki slacks. That's the starting mount. It's how you get into a lot of chopstick tricks. It's how you do some of your hops, doing upwards. Basically, Eli hops, not Eli hops. Basically, trapeze. It's one of the most important beginner tricks to learn. No, it is the most important beginner trick, and one of my top 5 most useful tricks in all time. So let's go. So you're gonna start by taking the yo-yo and holding it like you normally would, with the string going over the top. You're going to, instead of throwing it to the front of you, you're going to throw it to the side of you. Now, if you're a beginner, there are a couple of ways you can do this. So you could do it the normal way by holding it just like a regular front style throw, but turn your whole arm and making a muscle with your hand. Once you do that, you could do a regular front style throw, but 90 degrees. Instead of doing it straight in front of you, you could do it 90 degrees horizontal to you. So you could throw it like that, and it'll cause the yo-yo to be facing sideways from you. So once again, you could just make a muscle like you normally would, and then throw it like that. Now, if you're really a beginner and you're not sure you could get that, here's 2 things you could do. Either A, you could just turn your body to the side and throw a regular throw, and then turn back to the side, and then boom, you have a breakaway. And from there you can do it. Or you can hold the yo-yo like a 5A throw with make a gun with your hand. You can put it in between your middle finger right here, your forefinger right here, and your index finger right here, and your thumb right here. So this way, you could hold it kind of like the 5A throw, but without the counterweight, and then you can throw it sideways like that. So this way, it's horizontal the entire time. So if you can throw it in front of you like that, but this way, you don't have to turn your whole hand. You can just have your palm facing in front of you and just hold it like this, and then throw it like a normal yo-yo. And bam, that's a really straight breakaway throw right there. Now, onto the trapeze part. Now, here's how you do it from Now, you're supposed to do it from just a regular. You're supposed to be able to do it from just a regular throw, but I'm going to teach you how to do it from breakaway first, and then I'll teach you how to do it from a throw. So to do it, you get a good grip, you throw it hard. Now the yo should be spinning in front of you like this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the pointer finger of your left hand, your opposite hand, or your non-throw hand, and you're going to swing the yo-yo back and forth. You're going to move your hand, your throw hand up and down to swing the yo-yo back and forth. And when the yo-yo reaches about to the point of your non-throw hand, you're going to intercept the string. So it should touch your finger and start to go up. So that's the beginning part. Now, to get that trapeze, what you're going to do when you're swinging, there are 2 ways to do it. And when I do my trapeze, I kind of do a combination of the 2. Once you want to use once it's up there, once you have that trapeze up there, once you swing it up and it goes up there, 2 things you can do. You can do either or you can do them at the same time, like I do. You can either pull down with your non-throw hand, so like as it hits your finger, you can pull down, and that will land you in the trapeze. Or the other thing you could do is you could use your throw hand when it hits your finger. You could pull away from you slowly. And if you line it up correctly, then that will also get you a trapeze. Now the way I do it is I do a bit of both at the same time. I both push down, I both push down with my non-throw hand and pull apart with my throw hand, which looks like this. And that will basically ensure you get it every time. Now, here's how to do it directly from breakaway. All you do is just you throw the yo-yo. You don't instead of just letting it hang at the bottom of the string, but instead of just throwing it, letting it hang at the bottom of the string and then swinging it to get that trapeze. That's how you should do it when you're first learning it. But if you want to get anywhere during throwing to make your combo smooth and fluid, what you should do is you throw the yo-yo and then put this hand, bring your non-throw hand down and your throw hand apart. So instead of, you can just throw it and gravity will make it so that the yo-yo will start going this way. Throw it correctly, the yo-yo will start going towards the left side of your body, or the right side of your body with your left hand. So once you do that, if you throw it hard, you should be able to just, it will always touch your finger. You can throw it, and it'll touch your finger. So let me show you. You can throw it, it'll touch your finger, and you can just pull this hand down and this hand out. Now, don't overdo the movements, because if you overdo it, there's a good chance that you're going to miss and look just stupid in front of a crowd. Now, you don't want to do that. No. What you want to do is you just want to do it gently with some force, but not too much. Just a little bit of force. Just throw it, and then you bring your hands together like that. So you throw it, bring your hands together. And it's important to say that, let me show you. So when you're throwing the yo-yo, when it touches your finger, when you bring that hand down, you want to make sure that the yo-yo, you want to keep the string tight. You want to keep the string coming off your hand tight. And what you're going to do is you're just going to make sure that it lines up. You can use your hand and move it back and forth, make sure it lines up with the yo-yo, with the gap of the yo-yo, which is this part right here. The part of the inside part. So you just line it up, and that'll get you into a trapeze. And to get out of it, look, you can make the trapeze. You can put your hands together, and then you can just rock it back and forth if you want. That's called man on the flying trapeze. And the two ways to get out of it are you can either just drop the string because it's just a trapeze, or you can pull the string and move. You can move this hand up and pull the string apart at the same time, and then stick out the rest of your hand. Move this hand up a little bit and pull this hand apart, and that will get you into a breakaway. And this is also the way to get into the last part of the trick, the bind. And this is for if you have an unresponsive yo-yo, which is a yo-yo that does not come back up when you tug on it. So to do this part, when you're first learning it, don't try to throw too hard. Otherwise, you'll hurt your hand when it comes back up to your hand. So this is what the bind looks like. You land in a trapeze, get to your undermount, cross these strings, and it'll come back to your hand. So throw the yo-yo, pull this hand, push this hand up, and pull this one apart. Stick out your fingers, and it'll look like that. Now, what you actually want to do is you just want to have your middle finger out, but it's okay to have all. No, it isn't okay. What you want to do. Okay, so the way I'm gonna teach you the way I do it. Basically, what you do is you throw the trapeze. You just stick your middle finger out, so these two fingers should just be out. Then you flip it off, and then you put your index finger back in the string, and then take out your middle finger. So the string should just be draped on your index fingers. This is what makes it easier for me to do the bind I'm about to teach you. So once again, you get on your trapeze, stick out your middle finger, pop it off, and then you should be able to do it in one motion, like that. And then what you're going to want to do is, it's basically a reverse trapeze. It's called an undermount. So you pull up you use your hand to swing this yo-yo up, not too much, just a little bit, and then you pull your throw hand up at the same time. So that allows you to make the yo-yo go onto the string and on the other side of your hand, like that. So once you have that, you can just, once you have it in that mount and it's on your finger like this, what you can do is you can pinch the string with your thumb and index finger, and then move the string so you have two different strings. The string should be crossed like this. So I'm going to show the rest of this. Once you're like this, and then you just pull it out, and then you have these crossed strings. And what you do, you pinch the string and push it down onto the outside of the yo-yo. And you pull up with your throw hand at the same time. And that's how you bind the yo-yo. So once again, you get into the undermount, pinch the string, pull it out. Now, depending on how fast your yo-yo is spinning, like if your yo-yo is spinning fast, then you're going to want just a little bit amount of string, like this, and you can pinch the string, push it downward, and pull up at the same time. Now, when you pinch the string, you push it downward and let it go, and pull up at the same time, so like this. But if your yo-yo is spinning a bit, if your yo-yo is spinning a bit slower, that might not work as well. So, if it's not spinning fast, then what you can do is when you pinch the string and pull it out, you can kind of create a bigger loop. And then you do the same thing. You push it down and let go of the pinch and pull up at the same time. And that's your basic undermount bind. So that's how you do a trapeze. You pop off, get into that undermount, pull out the string, and then pinch, let go, and pull up at the same time, like this. And if it's spinning fast, then you can just do a little bit of a pinch, a little bit of its tail. So yeah, guys, that's how you do the trapeze. Oh, and there's one thing I need to teach you. One more thing. This is how to manage tilt. Tilt is basically if your hands aren't straight, like one's hand forward, the yo-yo is going to start leaning forward like this. You don't want that. That could cause your spin to die. So basically what you want to do is you want to keep your hands straight. This is for right-handed people. If your throw hand is in the front, then the yo-yo is going to lean back. If your throw hand's coming back, it's going to lean to the front. So you just want to keep your hands straight. But if your throw does start to lean, you can push your hand forward to make it go back, or you can push your hand back, pull your hand back to make it go forward. And that doesn't just work on a trapeze, it works on other mounts as well, like the double or nothing. If I pull my hand to make it go forward, and I push my hand forward to make it go back. So yeah, that is how you do the trapeze, a basic trapeze bind, and how to manage tilt. The yo-yo I'm using in this video is the Yomega Maverick. It's $15. You can get it from the link my link in the description. So once again, I'm Yomega Elijah. I hope you all enjoyed, and that's it for this video, guys.